talking a little bit about and trying to explain the plots to the best of my ability of movies from my childhood that one might call staples. Some of these I remember a little bit better than others, but they were all incredibly important to me when I was young. So, these are them. I have quite a few. I'm not going to be spending too long talking about each one. As you can see, this one is very colorful. But I just want to talk a little bit about them, and hopefully it'll be fun. So let's begin. Alright, now this first one, most people probably already know, but I have to talk about it because it was so incredibly important to me when I was a child, and I still love it. It holds up. And that is Inkheart. Oh, there's a glare. If you have not heard of this movie, let me try to explain the plot for you a little bit. This film is about a girl named Maggie and her father, Mo. Now, Mo is what is called a silver tongue, and that basically means that when he reads aloud, the things that he reads come to life. They enter into our world. Now, there is a villain named Capricorn. I almost didn't remember his name. His name is Capricorn, and he covets Mo's power. And he wants Mo to read things from his original world, because Capricorn is from another world, the world of a book called Inkheart. There it is. And so he captures Mo and Maggie and attempts to force Mo to read things for him into our world. And I don't want to spoil the rest of it, but it's very good. Paul Bettany is in this film. He plays a fire eater named Dustfinger. And when I was 10, I loved Dustfinger a lot. The whole film is just very magical, and I love it a lot, and I still love it to this day. So that was number one. Number two is one that, again, a lot of people might know. Then again, some people might not, and it is exquisite. And that is The Quest for Camelot. Now, as you may have guessed, this film is about Camelot and King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. But actually, Arthur is barely in it. It's mostly about this girl, and I can't remember her name at the moment. But her father was a knight at Arthur's Round Table until he was killed by, I think, a former knight who was jealous. he was going to try to kill Arthur, but her father protected Arthur. I think that's actually what ended up happening. And I'm trying to remember what else happens. So the evil guy ends up coming back and trying to kidnap her and her mother. And she ends up escaping. And she meets this blind man who is voiced by the great Cary Elwes, aka Wesley of The Princess Bride. I had the hugest crush on him when I was little. I still do. I love Cary Elwes. But he voices this blind man who she meets in the woods, and he helps her navigate the dangerous enchanted forest because he's been in there for most of his life and he knows all the ups and downs. And they also end up meeting these two dragons, or it's actually one dragon with two heads. And they're very funny, and there's a lot of great music in this film. It's excellent. I love it a lot. I Stand Alone, one of the greatest songs of all time. I love it. Disney quality. Anyway, that is The Quest for Camelot. Moving right along to one that most people probably don't know. Once Upon a Forest. Excellent film. This one I used to watch with my best friend when we were young. And it's very cute and very dark. Like when you look at this case, you think you're in for a really fun hour and a half of just talking animals and happiness. But you're wrong. You're in for a dark tale about the dangers of pollution and climate change. It's one of those that gets ya. It snags ya when you don't know it's coming. These animals live in this beautiful forest, and they have a friend who, she's not even on the cover, but she's like a little badger, I think she is, and she's really young. Basically what ends up happening is there's a chemical spill, and their forest becomes infected with this poisonous gas, and it starts affecting all of the animals in the forest. And their friend, the little baby badger girl, is poisoned, and she starts to die, and she falls deathly ill, and her grandfather sings a deeply emotional song that my friend and I still sing to each other to this day. And perhaps one day, if you're very lucky, I will sing it for you. It's very good. I haven't watched it in years, but I need to. Like, it's time. Once Upon a Forest. 5 out of 5 stars. You won't regret watching it. It's very good. At least I remember it being very good. This next one is The Secret of NIMH. And this one is also incredibly dark, even more so than the last one. It's about this mouse mother and her children, although mainly her. And she has a son. And if I'm not mistaken, his name is Timmy. And he's very sickly. I feel like every sickly child in any movie is named Tim or Timmy. I don't know the logic behind that, but I do know that it's true. And as a girl who has a brother named Tim, it never sat well with me. But this mother ends up going on a quest to find medicine for her sick son, I believe. And on the way, she runs into all kinds of crazy characters. Chief among them, these evil, terrifying rats. They're very scary. This movie terrified me when I was little, but my mom used to just put it on. She to this day, she's like, I barely remember that movie, but I'm like, I remember you putting this on and then just leaving me there to watch it by myself, and I was terrified of these freaking rats. They were so scary. I don't know why I'm moving it back and forth, because I feel like when people do that in ASMR videos, it's because they have a microphone that like picks up sound on like different sides. I don't have that. I'm poor. So, but I also feel like the movement is also nice. I enjoy a good hand movement, and I enjoy the movement of objects across the screen. I think it's fun. So, there's my reasoning. What movies do you still remember were your staples? I'd love to know. And also, what is your favorite movie now? I'd love to know. Okay, moving on now. The next one is another one that probably nobody knows. Dougal. This movie is stellar, okay? An all-star cast. Let me just read you these names, okay? Chevy Chase, Judi Dench, Jimmy Fallon, Whoopi Goldberg, William H. Macy, Ian McKellen, Kevin Smith, Jon Stewart. Now, with a cast like that, you can't possibly go wrong. Dougal is this dog, and he belongs to a girl whose name I cannot remember. Yeah, I cannot remember her name. I feel like it's something like Penelope or something like that. I don't know. But he belongs to this girl, and she's his best friend in the entire world. And there are these two wizards named Zebedee and Zebad. And Zebedee protects these like magic gems that basically, I think they have like crazy powers and like they protect the world. I don't remember. But Zebad wants them for himself. So, Zebedee, years ago, trapped Zebad in this enchanted carousel. And one day, Dougal accidentally lets him free. And Zebad has these ice powers that he primarily uses. And he traps the girl, his girl, in the carousel and threatens to freeze her to death if Dougal does not bring him the gems. So, Dougal and his closest friends and companions, which include an opera-singing cow, played by Whoopi Goldberg, a talking train, voiced by Chevy Chase, a rock star bunny, who I believe is voiced by Jimmy Fallon. Is there another one? I feel like there's another person I'm forgetting. Oh, there's a snail. Yes. He is an excellent character. I can't remember who voices him. And Zebedee is, of course, the great Sir Ian McKellen. And they embark on this journey to find the gems. It is hysterical. I still quote this movie with my best friend from when we were little. We used to watch this movie. She's the same best friend who I used to watch Once Upon a Forest with. And we still talk about all these movies. We still quote them regularly to each other. And it's excellent. Dougal. It's very good. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're almost done. Rockadoodle. This one feels like a fever dream to me. it's basically about this little boy who lives on a farm. And one day, or one night rather, he gets turned into a cat. And he has to interact with all of the animals from his family's farm. There's like this huge storm or whatever, and he's like all alone there or something for some reason. And he gets transformed into a cat. I don't remember how. And there are these evil owls. And there's the hero of the film is this rock star rooster whose name I can't remember. Does it say back here? Chanticleer. That just brought back so many memories. Chanticleer is his name, and he is a star. And I can't remember why they're looking for him, but they are. And they have to go on a journey to some city to find him and bring. Oh, I remember. They have to find him and bring him back so that he can grow and the sun can rise. Because until then, the night is going to last forever. Oh my gosh. I did not remember that. That's like the main plot point, and I did not remember it until this second. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he has to come back to the farm so that he can grow and the sun can rise. Otherwise, the evil owls are gonna rule forever because it's night. Oh man, this is an excellent film. I need to rewatch this now because those memories unlocked something in me. That's wild. Excellent film. Rockadoodle. Okay, our last film. Here we go. The Thief Lord. Guys, this movie. It's excellent. Okay. It's like Oliver Twist meets, I don't even know what. I want to say Six of Crows. Just based on what I know of Six of Crows, which is not a lot. Because I haven't read it. But this boy, I can't remember what his name actually is. Oh, Scipio. His name is Scipio. And he is the Thief Lord. And he has a crime gang of orphans who live in, I think, Venice, Italy. And they go around robbing people. And it's a lot of fun. It's got Aaron Taylor Johnson as a young boy. This is the first movie I ever saw him in when I was little, and I was in love with him. This is another one I used to watch with my best friend, and we were both absolutely head over heels in love with Aaron Taylor Johnson. And I don't know what else to say about it. It's got magic. I can't remember what the magic is, but it does have magic. And this is another one I'm going to go rewatch as soon as possible because I don't remember enough about it. And that's upsetting to me because I loved it so much when I was little. So, that is all the movies that I have. enjoyed this and that you may have seen some old favorites or some new gems that you never knew about before that you are now gonna go and watch and have such a spectacular time with them. I'm telling you, you will not regret going to watch these movies. Every single one of them is a gem. And I will definitely be having a rewatching party with myself for all of these very soon. And I hope you had a little bit of fun. I certainly did. And I hope you will join me again sometime in the near future. And that is that. Okay? Love you.